continue our lesson of conditional. So we studied conditional type 0. Now we are going to study conditional type 1. Of course, let's start with the examples. Study the following sentences. If it rains, we will stay at home. Please try to focus on the verbs in bold. Rains, will stay. If it rains, you will stay at home. By the way, you can use your own dictionaries to explain or to look up words so as to make things easier for you to understand each word. Let's study sentence B. He will arrive late if he doesn't hurry up. Will arrive, doesn't hurry up. First question. How many clauses are there in each sentence? If it rains, we will stay at home. Think and say. Two clauses, the if clause and the main clause. What is the if clause? Take your time to think. The if clause. Yes, very good. If it rains. What about the main clause? Take your time. We will stay at home. Excellent. Have a look at sentence B. Where is the if clause? Of course, it's not in the beginning of the sentence. It's in the second part. If he doesn't hurry up, if he doesn't hurry up, what will happen? He will arrive very late. Very good. Now, we understood the clauses. Now, let's study the verbs. Do the verbs in bold, do they have the same form? Are they conjugated in the same tense? Rains, doesn't hurry up, will stay, will arrive. Do you notice that we have one change in each sentence in comparison with conditional type 0, in which we don't have any change? Present simple in the if clause, present simple in the main clause. Now, what about conditional type 1? Let's complete the chart to test your comprehension. Take your time to fill in the chart. If it rains, we have if plus subject, which is it. The verb in bold. In what tense it is? Of course, it's in present simple. Now, let's have a look at the main clause. We will stay at home. Take your time to think. we will stay at home. Subject, which is we, plus will stay. In what tense is it? Will plus verb. It is future simple. That's in affirmative sentence. So, will plus verb, future simple, affirmative. In negative, we use will plus not, short form won't, plus verb. At home, object, prepositional phrase. Okay, now let's move to the second example. Study example B again. He will arrive late if he doesn't hurry up. Now, we change the position of the if clause. We started with the main clause. Take your time to complete the chart. So, we start with he, the subject. Subject is the doer of the action. Then the verb. The verb is arrive, but in what tense is it? As you notice, there is the inflection will. So, will plus verb, it is the future simple, affirmative mode. That's the main clause. The if clause takes the second position. Notice that if we start the sentence, the conditional sentence with the if, we must add a comma, like in example A. If it rains, comma. But if we start with the main clause, there is no need for comma, because we use if in the middle of the sentence. Now let's complete the rule. So we said subject plus verb in the future simple plus object if we have. That's the main clause. And the if clause, as you notice, very good. If plus subject. Plus verb. Look at the verb. The main verb is hurry, but it is in present simple, negative form, because we have the auxiliary verb, doesn't. Having understood the rules, now let's talk about the use. When do we use conditional type 1? Think.
So in 3, 2, 1, stop.
Having talked about the rules of the conditional type 1, let's study now the use. Now, let's look at this interactive exercise. Choose the best option. We use the first conditional to talk about. Option 1, impossible situations in the future. Option 2, possible situation in the future. Option 3, certain situations in the future. Now, let's remember the examples. If it rains, we will stay at home. So, is it impossible to stay at home? Or is it possible? Do we have the option to stay or to go out? or it is certain. It is an obligation to start, to stay at home. Sorry. Take your time to think. Yes, it's number 2. Possible situations in the future. Very good. Now, if it rains, I'm free to stay or to go, so that's possible. Now, to understand more conditional type 1, let's do the exercises. Study sentence A. If you revise well, if you prepare well, if you revise your lessons well, you, the verb, succeed in your exams. Take your time to do the exercise, please. You can look up difficult words in your dictionaries. Sentence B. If she, the verb to save. For example, if you have a piggy bank, you save your money in the piggy bank. Or if you have a lot of money, you save it in the bank. So if she say, for example, if she, the verb to save some money, the main clause, she will buy a new laptop. And let's have a look at sentence C. You will speak English fluently if you, the verb, practice it every day. You have 3 minutes to think. I'll see you later. Hello again. How was your exercise? Was it good? So let's correct your answers. If you revise well, that's the if clause. It contains the verb revise in present simple. Now look at the main clause. Do you remember the rule? So in the main clause we use future simple, will plus verb, bare infinitive, without to. So, to succeed in the future, we have the auxiliary, will. You will succeed in your exams. Very good. So, that's possible, something possible. If you revise, you will succeed. Have a look at B. We have the if clause, verb is missing. We already have the verb in main clause, which is will buy. So we need a verb in present simple. Remember, we have the pronoun she, third person singular. So if she, what's your answer? Yes, saves. Excellent. Saves, we add the inflection S. Very good. Let's go to exercise C. Here we started with the main clause. Look at the position of if. So we already have the will plus verb, will speak, the future. Now we need to add or to conjugate the verb practice in present simple. Look at the pronoun you. Look at the sentence. It's affirmative sentence. So you will speak English fluently if, this is the condition, if you, what's your answer? Practice. Yes, excellent, very good. Now let's conjugate the verb practice. If you practice it every day. That's all for now, dear students. Please, if for more information, please contact our lessons, and I'd like to thank you very much. See you next time.